All. Norman Powell facing up against GP2 to begin the second quarter. Jaquez Jr. bottoming a three.
So double teaming Norman Powell. And if you're going to do that, this is a good three-point shooting team. You got to get to those shooters, rotate.
Moody out of the corner. He was fouled on that three.
So we've had to
play the Heat.
That is pretty cool. Moses Moody missed the first one. You know, are you composing? You know, he's like, no, I'm just learning how to play certain songs. And it's kind of a way for me to get my mind away from basketball. And you talk about a multifaceted human being.
I love Moses Moody. Always credit Rona and Kareem. Every time I see him, I always say, what a fine young man you raised.
Raised the great one of our favorites.
Norman Powell. Face up on GP2. Oh, man, he is something else. When you think of him at 41% on threes and the ability to get to the bucket, he's got 9. Wiggins has 11.
He's kind of got a smaller defender on him. It feels like he can rise up after just showing it to him.
Steph set it up for Post and dropped in the three.
Okay, Quentin Post is shooting now. 2 for 2 from three-point range. The pick and pop threat that he is.
Perfect play-by-play scheme.
That was because they struggled the game before. And Spoelstra made sure he addressed that.
So Post, the decision maker. That was a little Draymond Jr. right there as he set up GP2.
Well, you need someone to step in for Warriors back in the zone. You mentioned all the different connections. Both of these coaches are familiar with their coaching style, so it's always a chess match with these two.
Right off the bench, you have Drew Smith at that corner three. Normally is a good defensive player, but 33% from deep.
Well, him and Davion Mitchell are kindred spirits. Like, they'll pick up full court. Now you see the zone the Heat are in.
Quentin Post bottled up and didn't lose his patience. Got it around to Podziemski. Missed that three, but I like how Quentin is handling a lot of the decision-making in the lane. Lob, and Ware did well to catch it. Podziemski did well not to give up a dunk, and then they come up with a stop.
Podziemski just fought in there. Don't give up anything. Don't concede. If you're fronting, push him back as far as you can.
Play Steph off the ball a little bit with Smith and Davion Mitchell just in his jersey the whole time. Podziemski setting up GP2. Powell's such a good defender. Ricochet right to Brandon. He's going to be called for an offensive foul. NBA 91 playoff games and 2 NBA final games. And there, these lobs to Ware. He's tough to just keep away from the rim.
But you see what happens when you take a beat like Larson did there. The fact that he just kind of paused. He saw Quentin Post just cheat off of Ware.
Both teams have 20 points in the paint. Podziemski floater, and he got it.
And that may be where you want to attack this team the most. That both teams guard the three ball really well. And the worst part of the Heat's defense is guarding inside.
Got to run Powell off the three-point line. And he had made that just start the bus. I mean, he was running through the lane and 180 just threw it behind him.
He's drifting away.
Moody missing that three. Quentin Post an offensive rebound. Podziemski the open three. Batted back out. Curry the third time around. And the Heat are just fortunate, dodging bullets left and right. Warriors have been shooting the three so well the last three, and you just get worried about game number 4 as Powell is fouled.
And they've gone a little cold lately here.
Toronto against the Warriors.
He's not fazed by any role. He's like, I could be a star in any role, but I do want to start, and I'm dealing with his growth. And it was the right move for him. But with Kentucky guys, a lot of times we don't need all those 4 years. That's just kind of how it goes. I know you struggle to accept this fact.
Podziemski, Pat Spencer with Moody, Al, and Jimmy Butler. Horford missing there. Moody just guides it home. Moses.
Warriors need to get their crash rate up. It could be a big part of the Warriors' arsenal. They only have 4-point second chance points, though.
Ware inside. Podziemski took it away with Pat Spencer. Spencer running with Brandon. Odds will D-cell and a floater. Podziemski's got 7. I like that fast break.
I just think Pat Spencer throwing it across the court while you're running like that, it gave Pods the angle there.
Smith did that one corner three. Larson Larson will rock into a triple. And Al Horford. I like the way Al's defensive rebounding. You don't have Draymond tonight. You don't have Keith Santos. Get some rebounding into your life.
You're defending the three ball well, too. They're having a tough time finding some high percentage ones.
Well, the Heat are 5 of 17. Warriors are 5 of 16. And that one knocked out of bounds to Warrior ball.
Wiggins has some. He was like, great news again. I can attack.
And it's little things for even high school, college players. Brandon had his eyes up and was looking at the ball. You know, he wasn't just running, saying, "Oh, Pat's got the ball." He was aware of it. And that one, 24-second violation before Spencer could get that off.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the NBA you do because you're the best in the world. Fontecchio halfway down and out. Horford another defensive rebound.
Yeah, Warriors are defending the three ball really well.
Jimmy Butler initiated some contact. Moody for three. Moses! Man, has he been on one shooting threes the last 4 games.
With Andrew Wiggins and his length coming at you, no problem, unfazed.
He was 15 of 23 coming in, and he's 2 of 4 tonight. Moody from three-point land's been spectacular. Adebayo deflected by Podziemski.
And that's what happened
On threes. There's hot and then there's red hot. Adebayo missing there. Fontecchio will track it down. Will Richards steals that. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Brandon Schwab doesn't have a...
The opportunities I have today because of what he fought for. He fought for justice, equality, the civil rights movement. His legacy is still alive and well.
There was a foul on Davion Mitchell. And the Warriors got the possession, and Pat Spencer missing that 3. Mitchell driving and putting up the mid-range around and out. And Buddy Hield, he played D and then went back and got the rebound. And tonight, getting the rebound is critical. Got a Heat team that had 33 second-chance points against OKC.
And non-step minutes, Jimmy Butler, time to regulate.
Butler flipping that up and out. Fontecchio fighting for it, out of bounds to the Dubs. Yeah, the Warriors won that challenge because of the proximate foul rule, by the way. Mitchell is the one fouling Will Richard. Warriors throw that one away on the out of bounds. Bam Adebayo. Flipping it up and in is Pelle Larsson. Bam. Full name Idris Adebayo.
You always say that.
Well, it's like Ja Morant, Demetrius Jamel. I mean, people need to know their full names.
That's true. So 6 points off Warriors turnovers. They're still winning that points off turnover battle.
Horford corner 3, and Fontecchio good box out, but Will Richard, give me that! Oh, and then he missed the layup. Oh, Will will want that back. Couldn't get it off glass, and it ticked off iron. Wiggins, the tornado move. We've seen that before.
Anytime he has space in the middle, look out.
It's a rough 4-point swing. He had the layup there. Wiggins layup on the other end. Warriors' biggest lead has been 5. Heat's biggest lead has been 7. Buddy wide left on that 3.
You got to make that zone work a little more.
Larson on Horford will pick up the foul.
And if you can get the ball in the middle, move them. Playing defense in the NBA is so hard as Larson misses the first free throw. He's 32% from three-point range. Yeah, he's probably a better shooter than that, but you think shooting team, tonight they're 5 of 18 from three-point range. You made the second one.
You want the good news or the bad news right now with 4:22 left?
Let's go bad news first.
Well, the bad news is that Steph Curry is 1 of 4 shooting and has only 5 points. The good news is you have the lead.
There you go.
Buddy Hield hitting the 3.
Well, again, we've seen this with Steph before. A lot of pressure. They're all focused on him, gravity of the defense. He's trying to make plays for others.
Maybe on Mitchell on Will Richard. Maybe on will pick up
the Heat of double-team Steph amongst this game. They've tried all kinds of things.
Take the Warriors on the go this season.
Yes.
Someone at home is going, wait a minute, was he in the act of shooting?
Yeah.
Didn't matter, gather, dribble.
We've had discussions with officials.
Yeah, we've learned.
Verified
We
this.
don't sound nearly as dumb as I used to.
Well, that's all I have to say with that. You threw me a lob there.
You got me. You just spiked it right back in my face. It was like me laying it up against Colette.
So hard to get separation.
Wiggins taking a turn on Steph. Steph in, out, up. He wanted some contact there. Will Richard setting up Al Horford. What a play by the rookie. And there's Florida to Florida. 2 national champs working together.
There we go. Well, it seems like Will Richard just moving at a different speed. Looked like he knew where that was going before anyone else did.
Still got to see the draft boards that had Will Richard go to the 56th pick.
Hell no!
Marquez Jr. missing there. Rebound, Buddy Hield and Jimmy combining. Biggest lead for the Dubs have been 5. Curry bottoms a 3. And now this is the biggest lead.
And that's the thing. You feel like you got him bottled up, but as soon as he gets going, you know you can go nuclear. You're always on the edge.
Marquez Jr. He hits the triple. Jaime Jaquez with 8 off the bench. The bench is 21-19 in favor of the Warriors. We've talked about the depth of both these teams. Steph made 1, Steph made 2. And Horford did his Draymond impersonation with a high screen.
They set up as high as possible. They're in drop coverage. You don't know who that is. That's Stephen Curry. You got to get out there.
Tecchio on the baseline. Davion Mitchell. Lob inside to Adebayo. Bam! Missed the dunk. Missed the tip, and the Warriors are fortunate. How did he not come up with a way with a basket? And Jimmy Butler taking time. There's a Warrior 4-point swing.
And Jimmy Butler's going to find a way to power up. And they had the defense pretty lifted there. You know where Jimmy Butler's running. Straight to the basket.
Butler with 15. Wiggins letting it up and in.
That's why I always say, like, playing off at 2 feet. You see the way he came to a jump stop there? You got a lot of options if you do that.
Close out on Buddy Hield, so Buddy drives. Horford open 3. Rattled that one out. Adebayo with a rebound. It's been a great NBA game. Wiggins has 15. Jimmy has 15. Good shooting both ways as Wiggins walks into another 3. Stunning to amaze your friends. The best three-point shooter in the 4th NBA in the entire league is Andrew Wiggins. And Buddy Hield working the baseline.
They just forgot about Buddy Hield. Fell asleep on the backside. Warriors will take that.
Wiggins shoots 56% on 3s in the 4th quarter. Steph's got 7 assists.
I was just about to say that.
Corner 3. Tecchio the rebound. And he's going to come